Hi people, and hi my Chilli Con Carnage crew, it is Chilli here, and on this 5-minute review episode, I find myself checking out the latest album by Dark Funeral called We Are the Apocalypse. But first, a quick history into the band. Dark Funeral have been around since 1993, releasing 7 albums, 3 EPs, and 1 live album. The band have had several lineup changes over the history, with their only consistent member being lead guitarist Lord Ahriman. The current lineup has Chuck Moll on rhythm guitar, Helge on vocals, Adramelech on bass, and Jaloma on drums. Anyone who knows me knows I have an eclectic taste in music that leans towards heavy metal, of course. I mean, the other 2 reviews I have out from last week were on a fellow Swedish band, the Flower Kings, which is a neo-prog rock group, and the hip-hop group Insane Clown Posse. However, black metal was something I often avoided. For many years, my taste in metal was 80s thrash and 90s metal such as the Big Four or Machine Head and Pantera. I would check out some more genres, but black metal was never one of those scenes I could really get into, with a few exceptions to a few songs such as Venom's first album, and a few Merciful Fate releases. All that changed in 2018 when I saw Behemoth perform at a festival, and a friend of mine enjoyed their works. Trusting his judgment, I checked out Wolves of Siberia, and it changed my opinion on black metal, eventually allowing me to do a deep dive into some black metal pioneers like Mayhem, Celtic Frost, Death, Immortal, Emperor, and Decide, and now, Dark Funeral. Upon learning of their new album, I thought, what better way to pay homage to new experiences than to cover them on an episode of my 5-minute reviews. So, what have I recently discovered about the Swedish black metal act Dark Funeral? First, I cannot sing like that. That is a skill learnt over years of practice. The other thing is, compared to some of the other genres, these lyrics are decipherable, and lyrics that don't require Google's metal translator to understand make for a more enjoyable listen. Look, if Dark Funeral did pig squeals or low-end grunts typical of the grindcore scene, then the band wouldn't even be mentioned in a review. As much as the instruments are important, I think it's equally important to be able to know what you are singing along to. Now, the subject matter might be a different matter for some, and for most in the metal scene, you probably know what's coming, especially after reading the second track titled Let the Devil In. Not all songs are going to be about sacrificing lambs, of course. That would just be too one-dimensional. If any band focused entirely on that, it would be a cause for concern. So, there are some other tracks here that shift focus on other dark subject matter, such as Nosferatu or Dracula, or the great sea serpent Leviathan, on the song of the same name. Now, I'm not sure if in my older age I have just opened myself to new music, or I am just looking for something a bit more in the metal scene, but either way, I have stumbled across this band Dark Funeral, and I was impressed by what I heard. So, what of the music? It's a bit stereotypical in parts from the scene, but all music suffers from this same fate. If it was anything different, I imagine fans would disown the record and churches might be set ablaze. However, the album isn't too stale either, and feels refreshing on tracks such as Leviathan. It is also brutally heavy like on the last titled track, and I can't really fault any one song on the album. If you are not a fan of black metal, this is not the album for you, but if you enjoy this scene, this album is worthy of a playthrough. Overall, I give this album 1 million chilies on the spicy scale, with 9 tracks and 45 minutes perfectly summing up this record. The tracks that stood out to me were Let the Devil In, Beyond the Grave, and We Are the Apocalypse. Maybe this album will help you do one more set at the gym, or maybe it'll add to your bleak outlook on life. Either way, this album is out now, so let me know below or on Twitter what you thought of the album, and what was your favourite track?
Thank you for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please consider liking it and sharing it with your friends. And also don't forget to subscribe to our Chilli Con Carnage crew to stay updated on our newest videos. We're also on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Live Listener Race. Please join us on those media platforms for all kinds of updates and discussions regarding music. And as always, stay spicy.